العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن دعا بدعوته واستنى بسنته وسار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, my brothers and sisters, indeed I enjoin upon you and upon myself the fear of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says in the verse of the Quran, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Allah the Exalted said in this noble verse of the Quran that whoever is conscious of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He shows him way out of his problems. And also enriches him through means he never expected. Because Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will show us way out of whatever predicament we might find ourselves. Inshallah, as we all might have noticed, we are almost ending the fasting because we've crossed half of the Ramadan. Today, about 18th or 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, 18th, right? 18th of Ramadan. That is, inshallah, by the time we get to the end of today, we will have completed 18th, or completed 18 out of the 29 or 30, days we have. And we've crossed 1/3 part. This is the first 10 days of that is the beginning of the month, and ending the middle 10 days, because by ending today we've ended 8 days out of the middle 10, and which gives us just maybe less than, inshallah, 3 days to the last 10 part. And as Muslims, as we keep hearing from scholars from time to time, based on the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, one of the periods we pay serious attention to is the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan. A mu'min pays attention to every second of his life, because no second of your life is unaccounted for. It is your account for everything you do within every period of your life. And as we keep reminding ourselves, if anyone neglects any period, you will come at a period whereby when your book of record is given to you, then Allah Ta'ala narrated what will be the response of some of the people who will collect their books on that day, that they will say, Mali hadha al-kitab, what kind of book is this? La yughadiru saghiratan, that never crosses something, no matter how minute, wala kabiratan, no matter how big it is, illa ahsaha, except it takes it into account. We pray that we will not be one of those to say that on that. We pray to be one of those that we will receive our books, inshallah, and we will say how muqra'u kitab, calling on the people to come and read, our book of record. So this we still, have opportunity, inshallah, if Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala spare our lives, to witness the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan. Last 10 days of the month of Ramadan is the period in which we will be expecting one of the nights that all of us, inshallah, are praying and expecting, inshallah, to be able to witness. That is Laylatul Qadr. That night, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala spoke about it in Surah Al-Qadr, in that, in the verse of the Quran, Surah Al-Qadr, that is in the verse where Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is saying, Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, Laylatul Qadr, that is, Laylatul Qadr khayrun, is better min alfi shahr, better than 1,000 months. That is, good act done, the reward Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will give one who will do any good act within that period. The reward will be more than the reward you will have for good deeds for more than 1,000 months. Not equivalent to 1,000 months, but rather he said khayrun, better. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is the only one who can tell us, who knows the limit. So in essence, my brothers and sisters, indeed, we need to try as much as possible to try and limit what the worldly distractions, but also be able to benefit from that period. It has been related in a hadith transmitted by Imam al-Bukhari that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Aisha reported that إِذَا دَخَلَ الْعَشْرُ, she says, when the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan comes, that the Messenger Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that the Muslim, إِذَا دَخَلَ الْعَشْرُ, that is when the last 10 days come, شَدَّ مِعْزَرًا, he will tighten, just as we will see, that is, he will tighten his belt. شَدَّ مِعْزَرًا, that is, he will put more effort. وَأَحْيَا لَيْلًا, and he will, make his night awake, that is, he will make his night lively, that is, he will be in most of the period within the night performing a lot of ibadah, nawafil, adkar, and so on. Ahya layla, that is, he will make his night lively, that is, by performing a lot of acts of ibadah within that period. Wa ayqadha ahla, and he will wake his family, that is, he will not even do it alone. He pays serious attention to that period, and he goes as far as reminding his family, to put effort within that period. So anyone that Allah Ta'ala spare his life to witness that period, he has a very, very great opportunity. Because if you will assess or check your own life, it will be difficult. Only few of us will be able to spend up to 1,000 months. It is 1,000 months, that is approximately 83 years, if I'm not mistaken. So how many of us are expecting to reach 83 years? Yes, we may pray to live long, but we usually see the deaths we usually hear about. Only few, goes beyond, 60, 70. So it's an opportunity that each and every one of us will walk towards, inshallah, benefiting from. Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu anha was reported to have said that, when Prophet spoke about that night, then she asked the Messenger that if one is opportune to meet that night, what should one say or what should one do? Then he now gave her just a very short prayer. That is what she told her to do. He said she should say what? Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anni. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'afu anni. That is, Allahumma, oh Allah, innaka afuun. You are someone who is, who overlooks people's shortcomings. Tuhibbul afwa, you like those who overlook others' shortcomings. Fa'afu anni, please, forgive me my shortcomings. So this short prayer, it is all encompassing. So it is something we need to remember. So my brothers and sisters, indeed, we all need to work towards taking advantage of this period. And like I keep reminding us from right from the beginning of the Ramadan, we should take advantage of this month to better our state, to better our lives, to better our communities, to better our nations. Because one thing we must understand is this. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala have told us in the Quran that إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Allah will not change the state of the people until they change their state themselves. So if we want a change in our country, it doesn't matter whom you think is responsible for the problem. It doesn't matter who it is. If that person goes back to Allah, then we will definitely have change. If the problem comes from the leaders, if they submit themselves to Allah, Allah will bring a change. If it comes from we, the subjects, if we submit ourselves to Allah, Allah Ta'ala will bring a change for us. Because some of the situations we face, apart from some things that are coming to us as tests from Allah Ta'ala, if it is not as a result of our crime, some problems come to us as punishment from Allah Ta'ala as a result of our crimes. And whatever comes to you as punishment from Allah as a result of a crime, then for Allah to remove that from you, what do? Avoid that crime. Because as Muslims, there are things that are not supposed to be very rampant in our communities, even without government effort. I keep reminding us this. And we all need to remember. Kidnapping, robbery, murder, and so on. such vices, are not supposed to be common in Muslim communities. Because Muslims are supposed to avoid those things for the sake of their Creator, not for the sake of any human being. And I keep reminding us, then if anyone who doesn't care about Allah, then there's nothing strange in that person not caring about anybody. It's just like whatever Allah Ta'ala told the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he does it, he will punish him. Then you, who is not up to him, you must know that when you do it, you can receive one. Allah Ta'ala, who warned his messengers just to give us, lesson. There's a saying in Hausa, for instance, like shirk. A messenger of Allah will not go and commit shirk because they are above that. But what did Allah Ta'ala told him? He said, in ashrakta, if you will commit shirk, la yahbatanna amal, your deed will be destroyed. Wa la takunanna min al-khasirin, you will be among the losers. It is not like the saying of Hausa, that atawna taqwa, ayat jifuhu. That is maybe someone wanting to talk to you and he's talking to someone higher than you. So that you below him must understand that if it is your own case, there's nothing so special about it. It's just like someone telling you that even if it is maybe as a woman, something happens and he tells you as a woman that even if it is my mother, I will not listen to her. And he's telling you that he will not listen to any woman, because no woman is above any man's mother. So my brothers and sisters, indeed, let's take advantage of this period. Ask Allah Ta'ala for forgiveness. It is an opportunity for us to keep praying. If we have things bothering us, let's put it before Allah Ta'ala. A mu'min prays and he is confident that inshallah Allah will answer his prayer. Allah said to us, ask Allah wa antum muqinuna bil ijab, with sincere faith that Allah Ta'ala will answer your prayer. We've been praying, and we need to be sincere about our prayer. We need to marry our prayers with action, and that is what is lacking. We claim to be Muslims, but there is no Islam in our ways, and there is no way prayer alone can change things. Because if prayer alone will change things, then the Messenger ﷺ wouldn't have wasted the time he wasted to bring people into Islam. He would have raised his hand and said, oh Allah, make the people of Makkah all Muslims. And that's all. Allah answered it, and he doesn't have to spend years migrating from Makkah to Medina. You need to take some practical actions. So as we pray in this month of Ramadan, let us also act as well. And by trying as much as we can to mend our ways, we must understand that inshallah, when we mend our ways, some changes will automatically come on their own. Some changes will come natural because Allah will bring them. There's one thing nobody can give you, that is blessing. Nobody owns blessing. The only person who owns blessing is who? It's Allah. And that's why no matter what you do, when you do good to someone, what will He say? May Allah bless you. And Allah will not bless you because of your name. Allah will only bless you because of your faith and your deed. Allah will only bless you because of your faith in Him and your compliance with His injunction. Because He told us in the verse of the Quran that وَلَوْ أَنَّ أَهْلَ الْقُرَى آمَنُوا وَاتَّقَوْا, had it been the people of the city, had it been the people of Nigeria, آمَنُوا, they will believe, وَاتَّقَوْا, and what? Be conscious of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, لَفَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ بَرَكَاتٍ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ, we will have opened for them doors of blessings from where? The Samai, from the heavens and the earth. So any community, any nation, any individual that wants blessing, the path is just simple. Be conscious of Allah. Believe in Allah Ta'ala. Do righteous deed. That is, you believe in him and do righteous deeds. That's all. Allah will give you his blessing. So if we want blessing, even if we are going to elect the appropriate people, if we don't submit ourselves to Allah, those people cannot change things. Because anyone can make his effort, but his effort can only work according to Allah's design. It can only work by Allah's permission. Like I said, anyone can make effort to make you rich, but no one can guarantee you wealth except Allah. Because He's the one who takes His decision and nothing can block it. Because He controls the decision and He controls what makes the decision to come into action. He has total control of everything. Unlike your human being. Yes, you may have your government, or you may have an individual, you may have those who love you, may be planning something good for you, and you may not materialize because there are other factors that they don't control. If somebody may give you money, yes, he has given you 1 million, like I do give us example, to start a business. Yes, he has helped you, but you may go to the market and buy, as you know, the stuff you want to sell. Maybe the price you bought it from the market, maybe by tomorrow the price will go down. Because the person who gave you the money doesn't control the market. He only controls the one Allah gave him the power, the money to give you, how to manage the money. He doesn't control that. But Allah controls the world. He controls everything. He controls the market. If He wants the market to go high because of you, it will go. If He wants it to collapse because of you, it will collapse. May Allah Ta'ala, put us among those, inshallah, who will witness these 10 days the way He allowed us to be part of those who commence the Ramadan. And we pray that we will be among those who will accept their prayers, who will accept their ibadah within that period. And may we be among those, inshallah, to witness the night of Laylatul Qadr. Because we may still meet the last 10 days and you may still not witness that night. Because it is not the 24 hours. It is a night. So if you will be in that night, you slept off, or you didn't pay attention, because another mistake some of us used to make is this. Yes, sometimes we will feel, yes, there are some hadith that spoke about some specific nights, but maybe somebody is waiting for one night, and he said Laylatul Qadr night. So he will be doing all his activities normal, and the other period waiting for only that day. So what? To do his ibadah. Maybe if you are not lucky and it is not that day, then that means you miss it. And sometimes we usually have our calculation plus minus 1. Because we all know it is within the odd days. So if you have a calculation of plus minus 1, maybe your own odd day is different from another person's odd day. So, may Allah Ta'ala accept our ibadah and put us among those who accept their Ramadan. أقول ما تسمع بالجليل ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب غفور رحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. My brothers and sisters, indeed, the part of the things that is we need to also remember and plan towards within the last 10 days of Ramadan is that yes, within that period, one of the things expected of us is giving out zakat al-fitr by the time we get to the end of the fasting. That is, we measure, zakat al-fitr out. We think for any, member of the, for all those under your care, which is those you are responsible for. If you are alone, you pay zakat al-fitr for yourself alone. And if you have other people under you, your wife, your children, anyone that is, under your care, then you pay their zakat al-fitr as well. And the Messenger of Allah said in the hadith regarding to that, he said, it is a means of feeding or sustenance, for those who fasted. وَطُهْرَةٌ لِلْمَسَاكِينَ طُهْرَةٌ لِلصَّائِمِ. It is a means of cleansing for the one that fasted. وَطُهْمَةٌ لِلْمَسَاكِينَ. And a means of sustenance for those who are needy. It is for the poor. And he said, "Man attaha qabla salah," that is, whoever gives the zakat al-fitr before the Eid prayer, but yes, zakat al-maqbula, it is an acceptable zakat. وَمَنْ أَتَّاهَا بَعْدَهَا, whoever gives it after the Eid, فَهِيَ صَدَقَةٌ مِنَ الصَّدَقَاتِ, it is a charity among the usual charity. Allah Ta'ala give us the opportunity and give us the means to be able to give it, inshallah, before we have the Eid al-Fitr. And my brothers and sisters as well, we need, as we say, we need to always remember what our deen is. Our deen is a deen that comes to make us better people. Our deen is a deen that comes to put us among those to create a better world, to create a peaceful society, to create a loving society. Because Rasulullah went as far as reminding us that we can never enter the paradise until we are believers. And we cannot be believers until we love one another. So we need to love one another. Let us take that as one of the changes, or one of the change we will have in our lives in this Ramadan. That is loving one another. Because the fact is, yes, we may be saying that we love one another, or إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةٌ, but it is usually ending on the tongue. Practically, we don't show that. Because we hate ourselves based on tribal differences. We hate ourselves based on regional differences. We hate ourselves based on color. We hate ourselves based on status. We hate virtually almost the differences we have that are supposed to help us, that are supposed to strengthen us. We're actually using those things negatively. The differences in us, Allah have wisdom behind it. Part of it is what? To make us, come together, to support one another. If He made everyone rich, all of us will suffer. Because you can employ me, I can employ you. Because if you can pay me, I can also pay you. You have money to pay me, I have money to pay you. So you can employ me just because you want to pay me. You see, He gave someone money and He gave someone strength. He gave someone, knowledge and so on. Everybody is rich. There's one thing we must understand about life. Don't think you are better than everybody. Nobody is better than everybody. Everybody is better than everybody is better than somebody, and everybody, some people are better than him. I want us to know this. Yes. Somebody is richer than everybody. Nobody is completely poor, and nobody is completely rich. Because wealth, as we keep telling ourselves, a risk. That is, wealth is anything useful. Your own wealth will be money. Another person's wealth is knowledge. You have the money, he has the knowledge. You have the money, he has the physical strength that yes, 10 of you will come to him, he will beat you. And you can't do anything. Physically. But money, you have money more than him. So you can beat him with money, he can beat you with what? Physical strength. Yes, you can beat him with money, he can beat you with his knowledge. Or someone else is more handsome than you. Some people, another person have more crowd than you. You have more money than him, he have more crowd than you. Or maybe you have the power, the position, and he has the crowd. And time will come that everybody knows the value of everyone. Because maybe when election comes, the politicians know who and who to talk to. Because they talk to those who have crowd, whom people listen to. Someone is a very good writer. When he writes, yes, you will admire his writer. But he cannot talk when it comes to, direct talk. He's not comfortable with that. And another person is, when it comes to talking, he's very okay, very good. When you listen to him, yes, he can easily get you carried away. But when you want him to write, he doesn't have the time. So everybody, Allah bless him. That's why Allah said, Ahum yaqsimuna rahmat rabbik. Are they the ones sharing the bounties of your Lord? He said, Nahnu qasamna baynahum ma'ishatahum fil hayati dunya. We are the ones who shared their bounty, their means of sustenance for them in this world. They say, وَرَفَعْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ فَوْقَ بَعْضٍ دَرَجَاتٍ. We elevated some above some.
So you are above someone, and someone is above you. So you can't face anyone and tell him 100% you are better than him. No. Any human being, any creature, and that is the difference between us and Allah Ta'ala. He doesn't lack anything. He doesn't lack anything. But any human being, from the time of Adam till the last day, no human being have everything. Because Allah did not give anybody what? Everything. No human being, even messengers of Allah. In the areas of closeness to Allah, they are better than us. But even they, some don't have wife. So you have prophets that does not have wife. You have people who are not prophets who have wife. You have prophets who doesn't have children. And you have people who are not prophets that have children. So those prophets are also looking for the children. That means there's something you have that he is also what? Looking for. There's something you have many. You don't even know what to do with them. Somebody is there, he has plenty of children. He doesn't even know the name of some of his children. And when you have a messenger of Allah, asking Allah for children. As at the time he's asking somebody else, they have plenty of children. Some of the children doesn't even know them. So in terms of worldly things, nobody has everything. Nobody has everything. And that's why we need ourselves. Allah made it that way. And I keep saying, anyone who thinks he doesn't need others, something is wrong with him. He has put himself in position of Allah. It is Allah that doesn't need anybody. But you, it is Allah who created you. And he made you to need others. So you must understand that our relationship is a relationship based on need. You need me, and I need you. So you are not doing me a favor, and I'm not doing you a favor. And Allah did that to put us together. You are sick, you look for the doctor, because he has the medical expertise. You have the money, he doesn't have the money. So you give him the money, he gives you the expertise. So he needs you, and you need him. You want to buy a car, and you go to the car manufacturer. You have the money, you give him your money, he gives you the car. That's the life. And check even in terms of our own country. No region have everything. There are some things the northerners have. No matter what the southerners do, they can never have, because it is natural. That is the owner of the world, he is the one who put it there. And go to the south, some things are there in the south, no matter what the northerners do, they will not have them. Because the owner of the world, that's where he wanted to put that. So finish your calculation, you will end up wasting your time. You will end up even losing the one you have. Because in most cases, envy, that's what it leads to. When you envy people, you end up not paying attention to what you have. Your eyes is on another thing. It's just like when you waste your time backbiting others, talking about others, that time you are wasting discussing them, you are wasting time that you have used to benefit yourself. So my brothers and sisters, indeed, let us be part of those. Let's use this Ramadan to change ourselves, change our nation. And like we say, when we talk to ourselves as Muslims, we are talking to everybody. We are talking to the businessmen, we are talking to the civil servants, we are talking to the politicians. Everybody, even to the scholars. We are talking to ourselves. Each and every one of us have something to change in his ways, in his life. And we want to change our lives in order to have a better community, in order to have a better nation, in order to have a safe nation. That yes, our safety comes to us because of our level of submissiveness to Allah. Not because of the fear of anything. Like as I do say to us, the highest anyone can do to you is to take your life. Finish. That's the highest. Go and check. The worst anybody can plan towards you is taking your life. But the fact is this, whether he takes it or he doesn't take it, the life will still finish. So he hasn't done anything extraordinary. He can't take it until the time appointed for you by Allah comes. because he doesn't control the time. If that time hasn't come, an attempt by him to take your own, his own will go. Maybe it is his own that is going to go, and that's the part his own will go. And when someone takes your life, where is he sending you to? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. That's where he's sending you to, and he will come and meet you there. We will all meet. So nobody will escape it. Innaka mayyitun wa innahum mayyitun. That's the line. So please, my appeal to myself and to all of us is this: we are in a state that is painful to us. We don't want our state. We are not happy with our state. Yes, that enough of the complaint. Let us act. Let us act. And enough of looking for those responsible. Let us realize that each and every one of us is responsible within his own limit. And let each and every one of us work towards changing his own ways. As a businessman, as a civil servant, as a politician, as a scholar, as student, everyone, we need to change our ways. And wallahi, if we do that, Nigeria will automatically change. Because the way we set our things are according to the ways we think. You can have something different from how we think. So the situations we are having, if we change 10 million people, it won't change anything. It won't change anything. Because we've gone far from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Let this Ramadan bring us back to Allah. Let it bring us closer to Allah. Because like we reminded ourselves at the beginning of Ramadan, we said Ramadan, that is the month of Ramadan. Scholars describe it as what? Madrasatul Taqwa, school of what? Piety. Wadarul Huda, and home of what? Guidance. So let I and you ask ourselves, how did Ramadan make us more God conscious? How did Ramadan make us more upright? You can know that by how you do your things. And don't think too much, Ramadan, about materialism. Let us change those ways. Let us change those mentalities. What is wrecking us now is that materialistic concept. Because everybody is about money. Everybody is about houses. Everybody is about what? Cars. Yes, we're not saying don't look for those things. It's Allah Ta'ala who provided them for you. But when those things become your goal, then definitely you will suffer. And that's the state we are in. Those things are becoming our goal, and those things are not supposed to be our goal, they are supposed to be means to our goal. Our goal is supposed to be Allah Ta'ala. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Sahabas look for money in order for them to fulfill what? Zakah, a pillar of Islam. And when they are going to give zakah, what happens? Giving to what? The needy, helping those around them. So may Allah Ta'ala, guide us. The problems we are facing, is Allah Ta'ala understand our states better. We pray that Allah Ta'ala will change our states for us. And then we pray that inshallah we will not be among those who wasted their time in this month of Ramadan. And Allah put us among those that will accept their salah, accept their ibadah, accept all their acts of worship. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما اعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك شر ما قضيت فانك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك انه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من اتبعك ربنا وتعاليت. اللهم اصلح ائمتنا وولاة امورنا. اللهم اصلح ائمتنا وولاة امورنا واجعلهم في من خافك واتقاك يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعلهم في من خافك واتقاك يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعلهم في من خافك واتقاك يا رب العالمين. عباد الله ان الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون الله يذكركم على آلاء من عامه رزقكم